What's up with it? You watching the Baby Bomber TV? Yeah, man, we about to check out this new segment, man, with Bun B testifies in court regarding the 2019 home invasion. You know what I'm saying? And man, word going around, they call it Bun B a snitch and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't sticking to the code, man. You know. But let's check out this video, man. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. What I think, you know what I'm saying?
And it is time for a new edition of The Factor Uncensored. First up tonight, a side of Bun B the public rarely gets to see. He got emotional in court today, testifying in the sentencing hearing for the man charged with breaking into his home and putting a gun into his wife's head back in 2019. That suspect's name is DeMonte Jackson. Bun B, whose real name is Bernard Freeman, says he was in the restroom when everything started, but he knew something was wrong when he heard the fear in his wife's voice, Queenie. He says his wife is still affected by the incident to this day.
There are times where she gets closed off. She can't communicate. And I get so angry all again because she didn't deserve it. She didn't ask this.
There was a shootout between Bun B and Jackson in the garage of his home. Bun shot the masked suspect before he ran off and ran away. My next guest has more details.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That crime was a little extra though, man. He had plenty of time to, like, you know what I'm saying, to like cope with that. You know what I'm saying? For him to be crying in court like that, like for something from 2019, that's like crazy. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Details on the case and when the hearing will conclude. And joining us now here on The Factor Uncensored, we have with us former Harris County Assistant District Attorney, now Criminal Defense Attorney, Biyoji Akingbola. And you have some history with this case involving Bun B's home invasion, which I think this case took place back in 2019. First of all, what was your history with this case?
Very minimal, if you can even call it that. Back in 2019, I was a lowly felony 3 prosecutor, and I have a distinct memory of when this case happened, and we were all excited, a little bit starstruck, because Mr. Bernard Freeman came to the office and did an interview, and we all knew that Bun B was in the office for very unfortunate circumstances. But I didn't have any direct involvement in this case. I just remembered it when I was.
Man, imagine you expecting Bun B up in there, and then you walk in there and he crying like he was in court, though. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, oh damn, nigga, all right.
There as a prosecutor.
Now, this case took place back in 2019, where DeMonte Jackson is accused of a home invasion, and I think he entered a plea in this case. So why is it taking so long? It's, 5 years now?
Well, there's a series of reasons and factors that take the reason why it takes this long. First and foremost, this happened right before Corona. He took a plea deal back in December of 2019. And as we all know, in 2020, Corona hit and everything pretty much went to a screeching halt with respect to court proceedings. After, though, however, I'm just looking through the filings. I see that there were a few motions for continuances that were filed. The defense attorney on this case is a very good defense attorney. Shout out to Quenisha.
I ain't gonna lie. Think about that time frame, though. Like when Kobe was going on, like it was people doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Like at first it was like cool a little bit. I think people was getting like extra money on they whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when that slowed down, then yeah, people was out there doing crazy stuff for real, trying to survive.
Leticia Quinones, she is a very great attorney. It seems that she just wanted to do her due diligence and getting all of her eggs in a row and making sure that she can present the best case possible. And I do want to discuss what he actually pled to and what this hearing is about, if we can.
Okay, and absolutely. But first of all, tell us what happened back in 2019, then take us to where you want to take us now.
Okay, so as we all know, back in 2019, Bun B, Bernard Freeman, was a victim of a home invasion where this individual, Mr. DeMonte Jackson, he was accused of breaking and entering into the home of Bun B, Bernard Freeman, and putting a gun to his wife's head, and from there attempting to steal the vehicle of the home.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That is scary though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm married myself. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't be too happy if somebody did something like that to my wife. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I would have spoken them too, but I would have been trying to finish them off. To be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie.
Once he was going to get the vehicle, the defendant, Mr. DeMonte Jackson, allegedly Bun B, allegedly Bun B heard the commotion, and he came downstairs to help his wife out. A gunfight ensued. DeMonte Jackson was struck by one of the gunfire from Mr. Freeman. He went to the hospital, and while he was at the hospital, the police were able to piece this case together, and he was then subsequently charged of 2 crimes: aggravated robbery and also burglary of a habitation with the intent to commit aggravated robbery, both of which are first-degree felony offenses. Then, leading to 2019, December of 2019, Mr. Jackson pled guilty to these offenses. And in doing so, he pled to what is called a pre-sentencing investigation hearing, which is a fancy way of us lawyers saying a punishment hearing. Essentially, what he's doing is saying, I am guilty of this offense. The facts are true. I now present myself to the mercy of the court to determine what the just punishment should be. And what the judge does in that case is look at the range of punishment. For these cases, which are first-degree felony offenses, he's looking at a range from 5 to 99 years in the Texas Department of Corrections. Alternative.
The question I've always had was, did he know this was Bun B's home, or was he just randomly breaking into someone's home?
That's what
My understanding was that it was a random occurrence, and it just so happened to be.
So with it being random, then I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? Like if you from the game, man, you kind of somewhat respect the game. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's nothing personal. You know what I mean?
That it belonged to Mr. Bernard Freeman. And what the judge is now going to have to do is look at both the mitigating factors and the aggravating factors of this case. When we say aggravating factors, what are some things about this case that, shock the conscience? For instance, there was a gunfire in someone's home. That's certainly not going to be a good fact for the defense. Additionally, they're going to consider his criminal history. Now, I think this cuts both ways, because in looking at this gentleman's criminal history, it appears that he had none prior to this offense. He did, however, pick up some federal cases after this alleged, no longer alleged, after this incident occurred.
I ain't gonna lie, so it don't even sound like he was a career criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when that COVID had hit, people was doing bad. You know what I'm saying? So he could have just been trying to survive, man. You know what I'm saying?
Occurred, and so the court's going to have to weigh that. On one hand, we have a young man, never committed a crime before, up until this occurred. On the other hand, this was a home invasion. There was a gunfight inside of someone's house. He did have some criminal history. Another issue to consider is, what is his mental health? The judge is going to weigh all of these things and then essentially either give what's called deferred adjudication, which is a form of community supervision.
I ain't gonna lie, I wonder if the dude ever apologized for that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he apologized too, you know what I'm saying? Said it wasn't nothing personal, man. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Or give him a prison sentence anywhere between the numbers of 5 to 99. For the sake of the defense, the hope is, if he cannot get a deferred adjudication, that he can at the very least get.
I ain't gonna lie, I believe I seen he got sentenced. I think he got like 40 years. So that's a fool.
Somewhere on the lower end of that spectrum, at the minimum of 5, you would hope that as a defense attorney, if he were to, let's say, get 10 and you factor in parole, then he's only looking at half of that time. He can get out in 5 years. And so it's really going to be up to the judge ultimately to make a decision regarding what's going to happen with this case.
And a very emotional day for Bun B, who actually broke down on the stand when he talked about what his wife endured going through that situation.
And you know, that emotional factor is something that a judge who is human cannot ignore. You have this grown man who is well respected in the community, a Houston icon, and he's on the stand breaking down in tears. That's something that if I was a defense attorney, I'm not going to be happy that took place, because it's going to be in the back of the judge's mind when he's factoring all of these issues and trying to make a decision regarding what the punishment should be.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy situation, man. Bun B looked at extra sensitive, man. I ain't gonna lie, especially from something to be like from 2019. You know what I'm saying? I would think you had time to like cope. You know what I'm saying? To get your thoughts together about that situation. You know what I'm saying? And we're like, people saying like he a snitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say he was a snitch. I could say like it is like codes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He kind of broke a code for sure, you know what I'm saying? But then like shit, when you been a real nigga though, it is somewhat a disability, you know what I'm saying? Especially nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Because he could have just been a real nigga and been like, oh, nah, all right, nah, you know what I'm saying? Didn't testify, nothing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy situation, man. And I can say that it would be scary, you know what I'm saying? Somebody putting a hammer to your wife head and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shootout. But then again, though, Bun B is like a gangster rapper, you know what I'm saying? So like he didn't rap some shit and put it into the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? That's like a G ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't think he like, I ain't gonna say he straight snitched, you know what I'm saying? Cause like the evidence was already there and shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he straight snitched, but I'm gonna say he did like go against some codes. But then again, being a real nigga is a disability, you know what I'm saying? So like personally though, like I couldn't even do it, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't testify. Hell nah, I ain't gonna lie to you, you know what I'm saying? And plus, like, being from like the struggle, you know what I'm saying? So you understand the struggle, you know what I'm saying? Especially around the COVID time, niggas was doing bad. They was robbing every fucking day, you know what I'm saying? And shit, when you trying to survive, it ain't really nothing personal, you know what I'm saying? I don't think this situation was personal. And Bun B probably shouldn't have took the stand, I ain't gonna lie, just let whatever play out and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then shit, the dude, he didn't even seem like no criminal like that. So it had to be like just being fucked up at that moment, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. He definitely broke some codes, you know what I'm saying? But then shit, I don't know. You know what I mean? He definitely broke some codes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but shit, maybe he don't care about being a real nigga, you know what I'm saying? Being a real nigga is overrated nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Being a real nigga is a disability nowadays, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he definitely broke some codes, man. But yeah, maybe he don't care, you know what I'm saying? Shit, fuck it, you feel me? Who you proving shit to, you know what I'm saying? It is shit. He was crying hella hard though, so let me know what y'all think.